Hey, welcome back to Happy Hour with DJ Kyle, sponsored by SRG Financial Advisors, home of the mile marker formula. And we have a special guest here today, Neil Gist. Neil, thank you so much for joining us today. And we're going to be talking a little bit about the Watchdog Report. We have some stuff coming in here. But first of all, I want to talk about, we're talking a little bit off screen about Elon Musk. And what does Elon Musk have anything to do with Camden County?
Yeah, right. Good question.
That seems like a long, drawn line here. So
yeah, thanks for having me again, Kyle. It's good to be here, man. Yeah, so if you've been following along with the Watchdog, this new one's got a section in there that talks about Elon Musk and Twitter. And for those who, I think most of us know about the Twitter files and him showing us, validating some of the claims of essentially corruption. Shadow banning was the big one. I remember years ago, 2018. Conservatives were being banned on Twitter, or they were being hidden, or their posts were being hidden, or conservative content was being hidden, and we could all see it and observe it, but it was also circumstantial evidence.
Yeah.
It's like we couldn't really curate the right hard evidence to make that case, and despite the fact that we all knew it was going on. And so when Elon went in there, he started revealing some of the internal teams and messages and emails, and what we found was that there were entire teams dedicated to censoring content.
Wow.
And that the targets were almost always conservative, not always, but usually.
Mm-hmm.
And so that afforded, and Elon did that. He claimed to go down that road as a necessary step for restoring the public's trust.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really great because it validated or verified what we all knew what was happening.
Yeah.
So we're not crazy. We all see this.
And it's amazing that you would, spend money to buy this thing and then pretty much say, yeah, this wasn't doing a very good job now. But I think that, like you said, that really raises the trust of the public to say, oh, now moving forward, we know that you're probably going to be hypersensitive to those things and making sure that everyone has a fair platform, if you will, or whatever, or that money and that corruption's not being buried. So
yeah, or at least if there's going to be that sort of prejudice, it should be well known. People should understand if they're being censored, or if there's bias in how a platform distributes content,
mm-hmm.
and the fact that they lied about it for so long, the executives there, and so we're at a place now. It's been a month and a half or so since we've had the new commission, new prosecutor and things, and I heard after the election that it was a mandate. This election was a mandate because it was such a blowout, and
mm-hmm.
it's like, well, what specifically is the mandate? Is my question, and I think that's the question that the Watchdog is asking.
Yeah.
And it's like, do we sweep all this under the rug and move forward and forgive and forget? And here's my argument is no, and I'm not trying to go on a witch hunt after anybody, but there have been victims. There have been victims. One of the strategies that local government can employ is they have bottomless legal teams. It's taxpayer-funded lawyers.
Yeah.
And so they can sue or try to get you tied up in court indefinitely and just try to bankrupt you.
Yeah.
And it's no cost to the politicians.
All just by burying whatever. Like, we're going to keep you occupied so that we can just keep burying what the truth is or whatever.
Right, and to de-incentivize opposition. And so one of the families, the victims of Gravelgate specifically, has a mortgage equivalent of debt in legal fees. Mortgage equivalent. I think their debt at this point has surpassed my mortgage.
Wow.
And just in defending themselves from the corruption, and so when I look at all that, I'm like, I don't know that sweeping it under the rug is the right move.
Yeah.
What do y'all think?
Yeah, exactly. So Elon Musk has kind of done something that we're seeing right now in Camden County, where we're starting to see these things where we say, there's might be a little bit of corruption going on here. There's something that I can't quite put my finger on. So what's the next step? Like, we've kind of noticed that that's out there, and we see that there's something going on, but we're not 100% sure, who's to blame or where the fault is. What's our next step? Like, is there, do you just take it beyond local government?
I think there are a couple specific conspiracies that I know of that I think are worth looking at very closely. But it's things like Gravelgate, or the way that the commission went after Nathan Rennie, like I want to see. So here's what we don't know. Normally you can sunshine request your government and get documents back, emails, whatever. So the former commissioner would send his emails to the county attorney, Charlie McLeay, and then would claim that now that email is protected under client-attorney privilege.
Oh, I see.
So there's an arsenal of information
Just
in our
in
local
emails
government that we have
Mm-hmm.
not seen and has been illegally or subvertly kept from us.
Yeah.
And for the sake of reestablishing trust, beginning that process, I think it would be prudent to come forward with what we know.
Yeah. So then who do you speak with next to try to get those emails opened up to where maybe someone or a group of someone can review them to see if there is the corruption or what? Like what's
I believe that it is the commission. I'm not sure what the right process is. Do we have to sunshine request all this stuff again, and then this time we'll get it? Or it's like, can y'all just take some initiative and be like,
this is what we're
that's
gonna
what
do.
I'd like initiative. They're leaders. This is new leadership. So establish trust. That's what that section is about. And but also this is an invitation for the community, because what was the mandate to you? Really, I don't know that it's clear. And so if you go to watchdogreport.com, there's emails there. You can reach out and share your opinion, because I mean, if it's different than what I'm saying, where you disagree or something, I'd want to understand why.
Yeah. It's a platform where people can discuss. So again, it's the Watchdog Report, and I feel like we're just scratching the surface of what's going on now, especially as you're sitting here talking to me about the Camden County corruption. And I feel like we're just now getting into the details of it. We have a whole new crew that's in Camden County, a whole new elected officials. So do you think, are you putting your hope in that they're going to just say, you know what, it's time to dig into this and see what has happened in the past to see how we can fix that to move forward in the future?
I think so. That's my opinion. Especially if there's restitution that's owed to some of these victims. It's really important. But I also haven't had a chance to talk to the commissioners directly about it. This might be happening, as far as I know. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think one of the important unknown variables right now is what is the mandate? And is it Ike's platform? Is like everyone just loved his platform, or everybody just really hated the other commission? Like where are we? As far as expectations.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, how can people get involved in the Watchdog Report and kind of learn a little bit more of what's going on inside Camden County and behind the closed doors? How can they either get an issue of this or read some more about this?
Yeah, so right now you can go on watchdogreport.com. It's watchdog with a southern drawl there, D-A-W-G.
D-A-W-G, watchdog. I like that.
But you can go online and subscribe to the digital version. You can also, there's a list of stores around the Lake of the Ozark who have them. It's free. This is a volunteer, community-led initiative. If you want to donate, it all goes to printing and distributing. There's no official sponsors or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. I also like on the Watchdog Report, for some of us that you're like, I don't know how to get a hold of my senator or my congressman or my commissioner or whatever. I like that everything is just open in here. There's phone numbers, there's emails, there's anyone that you need to get a hold of, there's the contact information. And I love that, because I think that it's important if we want to be involved and see things change in our county and in our local areas. We need to get involved and to send those emails and to say, hey, we know that we think or believe that there's corruption that has been going on or went on. We would like to get to the bottom of that so that we can move on as a county and as a stronger community, and especially helping those people out that have been victims and are out money and are out, all sorts of things. It would be good to, pick up and help them out, I think.
Yeah, and so, not only reaching out to the watchdog, but exactly, the commissioner's emails are in there. You can reach out to them if you have an opinion about it and let them know your thoughts. And you'd be surprised if you've never done that and you're one of those folks who doesn't believe writing your politicians is effective. It is amazing how much they'll listen to you when you apply yourself.
Oh yeah,
the active voter. That's like the golden goose for them. You'll get a lot of attention. They'll hear you. So I encourage you to write or call if you feel so inclined.
Absolutely. Well, Neil, thank you so much again for joining us. Always love sitting down and chatting with you, and I can't wait till next time.
Thanks
all right?
for having me again, Kyle.
Oh, no problem. We have more with the Happy Hour, DJ Kyle, and we're going on the trail with Bill Mulder coming up next.